So week 5 of my field work was on Friday, April the 26th. I checked in at the school and was assigned to work with the third graders again. Some of the kids from the first week recognized me, so I just kind of hung out with them at snack. They were asking me what happened to my leg brace. We took the kids out for recess again. I started talking to this one girl who was just kind of hanging out by herself. Um, I asked her like what she was doing. How come she didn't want to play with the other kids? And she was just like really blunt and responded that the other kids were annoying and that they talked too much, which I thought was funny because that's how I felt when I was little too. So I guess I related. Um, and we were just kind of talking about stuff. She started talking about her family and like how her parents got divorced and like she doesn't see her mom much because she drinks a lot now, and talking about how like her dad works so much that they barely see them. Just like some really kind of deep personal stuff, and she was just completely nonchalantly talking about it like it's a normal thing for a 9-year-old girl to have to deal with, like, parents being estranged from each other and like alcoholism, which it made my heart hurt really a lot for that kid because like it's just not something that like kids should have to deal with really. It was sad. Seemed now that I think about it, like she probably seemed so mature for her age because of the stressful life she has at home, or at least that's what it made me think. Um, and a little before I left for the day, I just kind of was walking around, keeping an eye out, and I heard some of the girls like talking about like teasing their friend for liking some boy or something, and it kind of made me think that like, the whole time I'd been there, I'd never heard like anything like anybody suggest anything other than like a heteronormative like crush on something. Like if somebody was like accusing their friend of liking somebody, it was a boy and a girl, like heteronormative. Like, and I started thinking about it more, and I was like, I haven't heard anybody like call each other gay or like anything like that, which is totally weird for me because when I was like 9 years old, like I feel like you heard the word gay like every 5 minutes. Like somebody was saying, "Oh, that's gay," or "You're gay," or "They're gay," or something. Which, like, is definitely a good thing that kids aren't just like saying that every other word anymore. But it was all the same. It was strange to notice that particular insult had seemed to disappear around the schoolyard. And, maybe it's just maybe third graders just aren't really thinking about like sexual orientation, which would make sense. But all the same, I found it surprising that like there was never like any kind of like heterosexual, any kind of homosexual anything was like never brought up or addressed.